Congratulations on the big debut. Obviously, you, Carlos, Navajo, all on the same card, man. That's not a bad way to debut in the UFC with your teammates.
Yeah, it's how I would want to do it, for sure. I would like to do it like this. You know, we have a big team rolling in where it feels like the pressure in fight week is you're a little bit more distracted with the teammates in a good way. There's good banter. There's a lot happening, and we just we don't just go up and sit in the hotel room and think about eating food. You know, we get out and we do some team walks, and we get out into the park and in the sun, and it's been really nice.
CKB is one of the most dominant teams in MMA worldwide, and obviously now you're making your debut, and there's constantly people in the rankings. You know, obviously Navajo, Carlos, of course, in the main event, many others, former champions too. What do you think is the secret to the success that you guys have had, and the reason behind you guys being able to constantly bring in new fighters into various divisions, more so than anybody really can anywhere else worldwide?
We just love it. We just love the sport. Everyone's there because they love the sport. They're always in the gym. Doesn't matter if they're fighting on the local Shuriken card at the Event Finder Stadium, or if they're going to come over to the RAC Arena and headline the card. Everyone has the same work ethic in the gym, and we all love it.
For yourself personally, it's been a bit of a journey to get here. Took a little bit longer than you would have liked, but how does it feel to be up on stage right now after all the hard work that you put in to get here?
It feels good. Obviously would have liked to get here a little bit earlier, but things happen the way they have, and I guess I wouldn't be the fighter I am without having to have gone through what I did to get here.
Talk to me a little bit about Andre Petroski. He is your opponent here in Perth. Just a little preview on the matchup. How do you feel about having to fight him in your debut?
Yeah, it's a good matchup. It's just like you're just throwing me into the fire straight away. This is my opportunity to catapult myself into the mix of the middleweight division, and I'd much rather do it this way than have to slowly climb my way up in like 3 or 4 fights.
Thanks, Cam.
Cam over here. You mentioned there, about the path to get here, and the UFC is such a, it's the top of everyone's list to go to. Now that you are here, is it everything you thought it would be? How is like the first fight week compared to what you would expect it to be?
Yeah, it is everything that I thought it would be, plus more. The UFC is they really take care of the athletes once you're here. They roll out the red carpet for the athletes, make sure you're real comfortable. They get everyone over from the PI to take care of us, and anything you need, you can basically ask for it, and you'll have it in about a minute.
Kind of either famously or infamously, you got added to this card basically while still in the cage at Dana White's Contender Series. You were like, I want to be on it. Obviously, we're here now. We know it worked out. At the time, did you think you were going to get a yes?
At the time, no. I honestly didn't think I was going to get it, but I knew if I went over there and I called for the shot, that would just put me in the good book straight away.
What is that feeling like when you've accomplished the goal, you've got the UFC contract, but you've already been told this is your next fight, you need to go straight back into camp, you need to get ready? What is that moment like?
That's a good moment. I felt like the coals were still hot and I was still ready to cook, so I wanted to get another fight. I was still ready to go, and I'm glad that I got it, because who knows, I would have just gone back and eaten potato chips and gotten fat, but I'd much rather put that 9-10 week camp to use and roll straight through to the next one.
Your opponent has an even split of KOs and subs. You're a man who came from a striking background, but you do like the grapple as well. What do you kind of make of the matchup? How do you kind of see it playing out?
I will just compare it to a similar fight that happened about a year ago in this exact city. It was in the same arena. It was Mr. Dan Hooker versus Mateusz Gamrot. So I see it playing out similarly to that.
Awesome, Cam. Thank you very much.
Hey, Cam. Jumping off, going back-to-back fights. That's 2 back-to-back camps. That's a lot of hard work. How much are you looking forward to having some genuine downtime after this?
Ooh.
Or is that too much of a distraction?
I don't look past the fight. When I left my house to come to fight week, I packed everything up like I was going to be shipped off to the morgue. I had everything in line and had my will written. So I don't think about anything past the fight.
And in your interviews leading up to this fight, you've been saying you want a barn burner and you want to win by split decision, get the crowd going. Does that mean you'll be disappointed if you get a first-round finish?
I won't be disappointed, but I think I'll be more disappointed in the fact that I didn't predict it correctly.
And have you prepared a Chow silent speech if you win?
You'll have to wait and see.
And are the rumours true that you have Master Chief in your corner and he may be walking out with you?
Spartan 117 will be in my corner. Yes, the rumours are true.
Cheers, Cam.
Cam, one more from me. Before the Dana White Contender Series fight, we talked about the possibility of you getting added to this card. The WWE's in town soon. You are an enjoyer. Will you just stay and hang out in Perth and then go to that after this?
I was actually hoping that they would add me to that card as well after this one. But no, unfortunately, I will not be hanging around afterwards unless I get offered.
Who is there anyone you would like to face off with?
I would love to face off with Bret Wyatt or Gunther. I think I match up well with them. I just see a lot of weaknesses and holes in their game, especially a steel chair to the head.
Do you think after this fight we'll see another You Can't See Me in the cage?
Yeah, maybe a 5-knuckle shuffle as well.